All right, Mister here with the fit that he had to get dressed up for the video.
All of a sudden, okay. Chapter 10:51. Well, hold on. Chapter 10 fucking 51.
10:51.
What do we got? First thing, Yamato coming through, and she's joining. And I've been wanting this for a long. What do you? No. You've been wanting fucking Momo. I don't know why you thought that Momo.
So first of all, no, I don't want Momo. I was just saying, it seemed like the most likely member to join at this point. Why? Because like as I've said in other videos, what has Yamato done? She shows up hella fucking late into this arc. Really fucking late into this arc. She shows up, fucking banger of a character design. Everybody loves it. I fucking love it.
Yeah, okay.
And I was excited to see, all right, let's see what she does. What are her accomplishments as far as we've seen her? She holds off Kaido for a bit, which is impressive, right?
I guess, yeah.
That's cool. And then she cheers on Momo. And that's it.
No, she's just protecting the flood. That was one thing she was kind of doing.
Oh yeah, she stopped.
Oh yeah,
She stopped the fire thing from blowing up the and look.
And the numbers. Don't forget the numbers. The big old things that were her friends, for sure. The previous samurai. Like that's not, it's got to be a thing, right?
Okay, so yes, she helped with the numbers, and I mean, when you think about Straw Hats that have joined, the arc that they're introduced in, they're pretty fucking significant. The arc that they get to do stuff in, they grow as characters. You get to know more about them. You get to learn about their dreams, their desires, like what and how they interact with the crew is a really big one. And Yamato's just barely now meeting the crew.
At any point, Luffy could say no. And that's facts. Luffy could say no at any point.
And that's why my man Jinbei is right there. He's like, he says, I won't believe it until our captain has a say.
Anyway, look. First of all, Yamato, I've been wanting Yamato to join the crew. There's
But why? Okay, tell me what you like about Yamato.
Okay, first off, obviously she's bad. That's one. Yes, that's a valid reason.
Cool. Like I said, she has
no.
Character design.
Bad. She's bad. She's great. She's like okay. That's one. Two. She's the son of Kaido. Come on, you gotta get a high guy. You gotta have some.
I mean, yeah, that's right.
Okay, you know what? Actually, you're right. What can she do? Look, what special thing does she bring? If she were able to to write or read in the
with the poneglyph,
but Robin already does that.
Yep. Like I just don't exactly see what she brings to the table except be another.
I wanted a mink to join, either a mink or I guess a samurai would be cool, but
no. Zoro is the samurai. Like we don't need another one. He was literally trained by samurais, so. That's his origin story. We don't need another one, okay? And I can understand. People want a Carrot, but also Carrot, like what has she done?
No, not Carrot. Come on,
Carrot,
it's like one of the cat or the dog, but then they have responsibilities.
No, not them. That wouldn't.
They're
work.
too much. They're too much.
Work.
You think they're too much? I agree.
They have too much experience. They already have their own story and history. So that's why it's usually better to have like younger characters who are experiencing the journey as well.
So we want to have like one.
And like Carrot's not a bad character. I thought she had a cool little arc already where she joins them, goes to Whole Cake Island, she's on internet for a fun adventure, and then she sees like her mentor Pedro just kill himself just to buy them a little bit more time, and that was great. Then she has a whole like revenge fight against Pero. That was cool too. I liked it. But did she really do enough to join the crew? I don't think that's true for Carrot. I don't think that is true for Yamato. The only character that we've seen grow who's interacted with the crew, that's Momo. Now, I say that, but at the same time, this chapter, it really makes it seem like Momo's fixing to stay. And it makes sense.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, it makes sense since the beginning. I didn't understand. That's why, I think when you said it, I was like, he has to protect his country, he has to stay there, he has his responsibilities, and that's the whole point of his growth throughout the series.
But here's a but for both characters, both Yamato and Momo. If this arc continues, as I believe it will, with more challenges upcoming, with the government waiting on the shores right now,
I agree.
They're about to send in their ultimate weapon or some fucking strong badass in at any moment at this point. What happens if they're able to take over
the flower capital?
Just the entire island? Because technically, most everyone's pretty tired at this point.
Everyone's gassed. Everyone's definitely gassed.
Not gassed entirely.
Okay, you're saying Luffy and Zoro?
Luffy and Zoro are down and out for now.
Yeah,
right, for sure. And so the Straw Hats can probably reasonably handle a lot of threats right now.
And this is where Yamato's gonna come in.
And Yamato's pretty fucking fresh, I'd say.
She's pretty fresh with Frankie. Everyone's pretty fresh.
Everyone looked pretty fired up. Brooke looked pretty fired up.
Maybe, I guess, Sanji, but at the same time, Sanji is like, right now, he's bouncing everywhere. He's bouncing for Yamato right now. He's really, he left his hoes right now. He left the hookers, and now he's back with the crew.
Yeah, he's, that was a little disappointing.
It was disappointing. Yeah, it was. I agree.
We'll get to that.
I really wanted him to. Okay, yeah.
Let me just finish my point that I was saying. Like, if this continues, that opens up certain scenarios that can happen. One, if they can't liberate the country of Wano, maybe Momo realizes, okay, I can't be the Shogun that I need to be right now. I'll just travel with the Straw Hats, and then my dream will be to come here and liberate my country later. Maybe.
They did say he was weak. They did say that. That was like a main point of the narrator. He was like, yeah.
The narrator was saying, he's not physically strong yet.
No gains.
No gains.
No gains. You guys got no gains.
I was wondering if they'd give him like a muscular body.
Yeah, I'm really happy that
they just matured him. But it'd be interesting if like he just has kind of noodly
arms.
Yeah.
Noodly arms. I'm pretty happy with the design, by the way. Pretty kind of basic. If I'm gonna be honest, but it's good. It's good.
It had enough of his father in there, but still
something.
Him.
Yeah, still exactly.
And I think that's really important to his character too.
I was really hoping he didn't have the whole mushroom head going on.
Yeah.
And like the sideburns, but I'm really happy that
the Edward Mark II.
Fucking Edgar cuts, I swear.
Oh yeah, it's Edgar.
Fucking Edgars.
Well, okay, so there's that. Momo could travel with them. Maybe. Or two, with this extended fight that's going to be coming up against the world government, Yamato could have some time to shine. And in so can become a member more that I would accept into the crew a little more easily.
By the way, every time I push these up, I win in any contest. But yeah, okay, yeah. I could see that. I definitely see it. No, like, I mean, why else did CP0 dip out of the building? They're not just gonna, like, just dip and not say anything to the world government.
Yeah. Because I will say, this is a Yamato being like, oh, I'm gonna join your crew. That's very similar to Robin, who had a good reaction in this chapter where she just laughs when she hears Yamato introduce herself. Because that's basically how Robin joined.
Was Robin there?
Yeah, she was.
What?
Yeah.
I don't. What?
She just has one. She's in the panel. She's very small, but she's laughing.
Oh, she's there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. What the hell?
And so like when she joins the Straw Hats the first time, it's after Alabasta, and she's just like,
and she's been chilling. Yeah.
I'm gonna be part of your crew now, and then that's fine. And then she didn't get her arc until much later. I can see that happening with Yamato too.
But that would mean like round 2 with Kaido, I think, since for sure Kaido's not dead. Like, because, like, Kiko's alive. I don't know how, but Kiko's alive. I was really disappointed about that.
No, of course. I mean, Usopp's whole thing, this arc, basically his only thing, besides shooting Kibidango in the Gifter's mouth, was to save Kiku and Kinemon.
And getting his skull rocked by OT.
Yeah. I mean, that was... So, if Usopp didn't even manage to keep them both alive, then that would have been pretty disappointing. So, yeah.
I don't know. I think it would have been really cool to at least have like some of the Skybards dying, but that's not how Oda works, though.
We didn't see the fat one?
The one that blew up?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't see him. We'll see
though. He might actually be dead.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
I feel like if
not that he was a bad character, but like
he was cool
to the story at least. Like just make it more like.
And Oda likes his fake out deaths
for sure.
And I would hope that one in particular stays. Because that one was a pretty big one. If like he just survived that, I'd just be like...
I think Pell's fake out death was like...
That one was just the worst. But let's not get into that one.
I really did hope he died. Because that was honestly would have been a really sick ass.
I still, like, in my head, I just pretend Pell fucking died. Because he has had zero impact in the story otherwise.
But he looks cool with the makeup dripping down and everything.
He's got a cool character design,
Yeah,
but it wasn't worth saving him. This is basically Batman, or The Dark Knight Rises.
Happened in that for what character?
Do you remember? Well, Batman. Like, the whole movie, they'll be like, oh, like, the autopilot doesn't work on my Batwing. Blah, 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 blah. And then he's like, oh, this bomb's about to detonate.
The ending,
But there's no autopilot, so I'm going to die. And then he just flies off into the sunset. And then he blows up, but then he shows up at the end of the movie. Be like, I made it out. What up, Alfred?
I hated that movie, bro. I really didn't like that movie.
Basically, Christopher Nolan's a big One Piece fan. And he liked Alabasta. And he's like, you know what, this Pell scene?
This is it. That's what we're rocking with.
Yep.
But look, yeah, the Skybards in general. I feel like everything's going too smooth right now. Everything is smooth out.
I feel like we're a broken record at this point. Like, yeah, this whole raid went impossibly smooth.
Impossibly smooth. I don't know. I'm really having big doubts on your theory. I'm having big doubts, but we still haven't gotten a curtain close or anything for this arc.
If we get a curtain close, then that's it. I lose. I was completely wrong. Like, you know what? If we don't get a curtain close for Act 3,
and we get to record it. We get to record him being wrong. This is the best part, Jerry. By the way.
But it's just. This is a cool celebratory fact.
It is
a chapter.
But
I don't want to like come off sour like, oh, things aren't happening what I wanted. Like, it was a good chapter. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to get to is that, like, honestly, it is going too smooth. I feel like it's
not even going. It's gone too smooth because this is like a chapter that feels very much like a conclusion. Like, oh yes, that's it. And like, I don't buy it
right now,
but yeah, it feels like that's what it is.
I think
like,
yeah, I agree. I think when I read this chapter, I definitely said, you know what, I'm just gonna vibe it out now. Basically. I was just like, you know what, whatever happens, and like, I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna love it. Like, because I do like it. I'm not saying that we hate it. I'm just saying, like, our expectations were just not met. You know. Yet.
And that's okay. Yeah. If it turns out that they weren't met, then, you know, whatever.
It's fine. It's a good arc. I think we got a lot of really great fight scenes.
Yeah. Definitely. Like, I mean, where would you place Kaido versus Luffy as far as fights?
3 or 2? Because you have to also include all the rematches and everything.
I mean, the extended fight that was the rooftop battle, like that was, I consider that one fight.
I think the number 2 fight in the series.
Number 2, who would you put number 1?
Definitely the Katakuri fight.
You put Katakuri. I don't know. I feel like Lucci fight.
Oh,
fucking tops.
Yeah, because he actually kind of like he was already bailing on it. He was kind of like he kind of threw just to throw.
And here's the thing.
You know what? Yeah. Okay. 3rd. Katakuri 2nd, and
Katakuri's is pretty good. Because Katakuri's is more like a battle of wills more than anything.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was just, it was someone...
Because I don't think Luffy beat Katakuri, really. Like, physically, he didn't beat him.
No, he did not.
That fight could have continued, and I think Katakuri could have edged it out if he had the will to continue, which he didn't, which is why he lost.
Yeah.
Because he gave up, which was a much more interesting way to take that fight.
And not only that, but, like, it was character building for that character. That's why I really like... you know what? No. Katakuri 1, Lucci 2, Kaido 3.
Yeah.
That's where I go.
I mean, the reason why Lucci fights so big is because of the emotional impact that
for sure, yeah.
Like, Usopp removing his mask and yelling at Luffy to get up, like, that's such an iconic moment.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Where, like, Luffy just can't keep going. And it's one of the few times that the power of friendship actually fucking works. in a real way, where you can reasonably be like, okay, yeah. Like, if your friend is, like, hyping you up and telling you have to get up to save me, and that gives him the strength to get up and finish the fight, like, that's power of friendship technically, but, like, the best power of friendship I've ever seen. Like, it's great. It's fantastic. And again, like, as cool as this Kaido fight was,
mm-hmm.
like, it had a lot of fucking creative as shit with Gear 5.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing Luffy go toe-to-toe with Conqueror's Haki. Like, that's super hype. It had great choreography, like a lot of the back and forth between Kaido and Luffy.
And don't forget Big Mom being part of this.
This fight. And Big Mom, like, when it was like the Alliance versus Big Mom and Kaido, like, all that stuff was super great. I loved it. But the one thing this fight was missing was just the emotion.
Yeah.
There was just I never felt like
and I think
things were desperate.
And I think it's because Kaido specifically his backstory wasn't really fully like fleshed. There wasn't really something like he had a lot to lose, but it just didn't feel like he was gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? There's something that I think is because like he's still in the lava and he's still like bubbling down there somehow, and he's still like ominously just resting.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know, an explosion happened, the volcano happened, so he's not just resting at this point. He's either been launched away into the sea and stuck in the ocean. He has a fisher's fruit, so he can't drown.
Yeah.
He's landed on a ship. He's landed on Zunisha. He landed in the Sky Island. I don't fucking know. Or maybe he landed back on Wano and he's gonna be awakening soon. Maybe. Right? Maybe. But let's not make this a whole other thing about awakening. I already stated my views on that. I think it's gonna happen. I think it's still on the table. But we could just move past that for now.
That might be the next arc. You never know.
Next arc?
The next arc. Maybe this is what it was. It just revealed Gear 5th, and we're getting to see Luffy's first initial reactions or fights with it.
No.
That might be it.
I don't know. I feel that this chapter reminded me of Thriller Bark.
How so?
At the end of Thriller Bark, once Luffy defeats Moria, like he's just like, oh yeah, job well done. I'm gonna take a nap, and he's sleeping with a smile on his face. And then who shows up?
Oh, Kuma.
Kuma shows up. Kuma shows up, and he starts wrecking everybody's shit. And I feel like and
just Zoro shit specifically.
Well, no, everyone. He fucks everyone up. And then Zoro later on makes himself the sacrifice for it, right? This time, both Luffy and Zoro are out.
You think it's Sanji's time?
The world government is waiting in the wings. They're going to come in. Like you said, this could be Yamato's time to shine, to show her worth in the crew. Like, what special ability does she bring to the table? What role does she fulfill? Which I can't.
She just has been strong, and that's it, as far as we know.
She has a cool ability. I'll say that.
I mean, turn into a fox. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
I forgot. But it's a mythical Zoan type.
Okay, Akiri. Cool. Yeah, I was good with that.
Yeah, I also wanted to point out to a panel, without going too deep into like this raid continuing, but we see once again how Kaido's minions are reacting.
Yeah. Right?
You see one's fleeing, and we see the ones from Udon saying like, this ain't no time to just be sitting on our ass.
Yeah.
It seems...
Same dude that said, hey, yo, it's shaking. What's going on here?
Yeah, we saw him last chapter too.
Yeah.
Babanuki, I think his name is.
How do you... Damn, okay. Yeah, okay.
I'm a big fan of One Piece.
Yeah,
what can I say? I remember names. Yeah, and it's just... it seems unusual, I'm going to say, to have a focus on the bad guys and have them have any panels at all. Like, because once Luffy concludes the fight, that's the thing, like, everyone sees it happen, and so that's why everyone's just like, oh, okay, the fight's over.
Yeah.
It's over. Like,
yeah.
With a period.
And they're always on their back. The villain's always on his back for everyone to see.
Yeah.
Always keep that in mind. Like, I
and
feel
that's
like that's
what... But again, like, we see the minions, they're just kind of like, there's like an air of confusion there. Like, is it over for them? Like, they're not sure if it's over.
No, because Kaido's
retreat to recover, or...
Yeah, I agree, because Kaido takes his L's. He takes his L's and he comes back. He always says that's who Kaido is.
Yeah, like, the narrator made a point of saying, like, Kaido has lost. Kaido has been captured before.
Executed, but failed. Suicide, but failed.
And it's just like, yeah, Kaido has lost, but he's kept coming back. His fruit is all about not giving up, persevering. And not having their spirit broken until you achieve your goal. And has Kaido had his spirit broken?
Nah, he took that punch. He saw him. He was like, give it to me. He was like, give it all. Give it all you got. Let's see what's up.
Exactly, yeah. And I think, it's just like, I don't want to keep going on and on.
I know.
How I don't think this failed. Like, how I feel like this wasn't enough for Kaido. But, like, it's just these things just keep coming to me. And it's just like, it just makes me think that it just doesn't make sense for Kaido to go out this way. for a character who throughout this entire arc has been saying, who his whole MO is about breaking Luffy's spirit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't able to, and then just have him be defeated without the reverse happening to him, without his spirit, without his dreams being broken. It's just a missing piece, I feel. Does that ruin the entire arc if it doesn't come to pass?
No, it's all good. No.
But it seems intentional. And I expect that sort of setup, what I perceive to be setup, to be paid off in some way.
I just can't see both Big Mom and Kaido going out like that. I'm not saying they're being off-screened, but it just feels like right now they're on ice, for sure.
But then again, we said this last time. How do you write these characters out of the story? As long as they have some sort of free reign, they have influence in the world. They're Yonkos.
Yeah. Talking about Yonkos though, Big Mom and the Big Mom Pirates are taking massive L's. Besides not being, but the cover page. Just talk about that.
The cover page. Another L.
Another L. A really fat one. The Germa are escaping.
Germa escaped. And yeah, it's fine. Like I've liked the story okay.
Yeah, I like the Germa story too.
Yeah, this one was okay because it's a nice little conclusion. Okay, like what happened to them? Because last we saw them, they were surrounded. Cool to see that they actually did get captured for a bit.
Yeah.
They escaped. I was expecting Pudding to be a little relevant to the cover story. She might still be.
Oh, you mean like releasing them or something like that? Or like helping them out a little bit?
And I think I think it's got in a subsequent chapter we're going to see that she did help them escape. Like she might have started the fire or something.
That could be, but at the same time, the red dude is the one who controls the fire, so maybe not.
Oh, maybe. But I mean, she likes Sanji, and they are Sanji's family.
I agree.
So
minor.
She showed up. Sanji didn't reciprocate.
He don't remember it. He don't remember. If you got no memories, it ain't legal. It's legal. It's all legal, bro. Whatever.
No. Okay.
Okay, fine.
All right. There was one more thing that I wanted to talk about.
Ooh.
Tama's fruit.
Huh? All right, Tama. Okay, what's she still? Yeah, Tama.
Tama. You know who Tama is.
Yes.
The one with the kiwi dango fruit.
Yes. Okay.
Her ability brought up an interesting question in One Piece, which was, is she making them their slaves against their will? Which is a weird power to have in a series that is all about freedom, in an arc that specifically talks about releasing the shackles of the people enslaved. And here you have one of the good guys, quote unquote, brainwashing these characters to become her servants.
But they don't know they're getting brainwashed. It's all good.
That doesn't make it good. It was
the horse girl. She was crying that she's becoming the motherly figure.
Okay, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, it was like a weird gray area that was somewhere in the back of my head this whole time, and I didn't know what to make of it until we learned the extent of her powers, which is what we found out now, that the effects last for a month, and then after that, sometimes they stay good, and sometimes they go back to being bad, which I think exonerates Tama from being a terrible person, because while she is sort of robbing
them... What do you mean? You thought she was bad? Like, no, she's a cute little girl. She's just...
Well, no, but any person who robs a character entirely of their agency...
Oh, but she doesn't know she's doing that.
She does. She knows that she's doing it.
Well, because she's like thinking, oh, now they're good guys. That's it. That's what she's thinking. She's not
okay, but regardless... Okay, if a kid went around feeding adults roofies and then making them do stuff, like, I don't know, like take them to the store and buy them some candy... Mm-hmm. Like, that's still not okay. Like, she might not be an evil person, but that's still not an okay thing for anyone to do. It's still robbing them of their agency. It's still robbing them of their freedom, which is a huge thing in One Piece. Anyway, it's a weird gray area because they are bad people that she's turning into good people. But freedom being what it is in One Piece, it didn't sit right with me that she is one of the good guys and she's achieving good ends through more or less evil means, right? But since it only lasts a month, and then they essentially get to choose at the end of the month if they want to stay good or go back to being bad.
What does it mean stay good? So like, do they what do you mean by that? Do you mean like they stay good by being still in her control, or when they go bad, like they finally become themselves, or are they themselves
I think,
no matter what?
I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I think what it is that these bad people they snap out of it, right? They
Right.
no longer feel compelled to do what she says.
Yeah. Okay.
But then they can still decide in their newfound freedom. I can decide like, hey, you know what? It wasn't so bad being her friend, even if I didn't really want to at first.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll realize, it's not so bad being a good person. Like, it's not a bad life.
She could really get any mans,
Shut up.
She could really.
It doesn't work on humans. Only on animals.
Well, then why did they work on the beast pirates?
Because
they're
gifters.
beasts.
Yeah, because they're beasts.
So would it work on Kaido? Well, unless
No.
her will's,
So
her
far,
will
we've
has
only
to-
seen it be used on gifters.
Yeah. Okay.
So artificial devil fruit users,
Yeah,
not actual devil fruit users. Which
Yeah.
I think would be a little too OP. A lot of people were theorizing that she would feed it to Kaido and that would be it. I'd be like,
Yeah. You never know. No, you never know.
no, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
We've already-
That's what I said. Yeah. Her will needs to be stronger.
Yeah, we've already established that. For example, like Law can't just
Okay, but
switch
what if we
hearts
see
on anyone.
just a single little lightning coming out of her? Just what if we just saw like a little bit of Conqueror's hockey, and that's why she could control people? Like you never know.
I mean, that's One Piece, right? They've already established willpower is the greatest power.
And friendship after that, maybe.
Friendship a close second. Yes. But anyway, I thought it was cool that they Oda eased my mind of that concern. That I don't have to worry about her.
That
drugging
concern is
people.
are just fictional characters, and you're just like, oh no, I just can't happen. I just
Well, these characters have weight. These stories have to mean something.
That's true.
Because if I
and
just
that's why I really want Kaido to come back
and here we go again.
And this is where I know, but like
what is it like? Shit.
Here we go
again.
Yeah, no, for reals though, for real.
But
like,
yes, because this story means something. We're making this video. We're talking about it so much because it means something to us. Because it's real to us in some sort of sense. And when you have setups and intentions and clues, and then they end up not mattering, it's easy to say, oh, well, it's just a story, whatever, who cares? Like, it's like, you can write whatever you want. It's like, yeah, you can.
You can't, yeah.
But when those setups exist and they don't get paid off, it makes it a little less real.
For sure. The cheese starts coming through, for sure.
Then it just starts feeling like, well, it doesn't matter that this person said that. Because later on, it's insignificant. And One Piece has gotten to where it has in my heart because
it's been years, bro.
It just continues to deliver.
That's true.
To deliver.
Yeah, I agree too. Just one thing.
Yeah. What?
Do you ever recommend, the YouTube video, to the bitches when you go on a date? You be like,
Ayo, I'm a YouTuber, by the way. I put it on my dating profile now.
Did you?
No.
Oh.
Big
50
shot,
views,
big
babe.
shot, YouTuber. We got 40 views one time.
You just gotta roll that all of a sudden. Now you do got a belt now. You do got a belt. All of a sudden you're flexing big time.
Any final predictions besides the usual?
Besides the usual, I think.
What are we gonna see next chapter?
Next chapter, we're gonna see. My predictions: the scabbards are most likely gonna get decked again.
Again? Soon? Next chapter?
Okay, not next chapter. Okay,
No, that's not good.
Okay, okay, for sure. Okay,
They're walking.
we have to see the Navy.
They're walking into the castle, and then Kaido just like lands on top of them, just like smacks Thunder boggles them all away.
Yes.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Okay,
that's
look.
ludicrous.
Because I remember this. No, but for reals, we have to see the Navy. We need to see the Navy POV.
Maybe next
we
chapter.
need, next chapter. I'm theorizing
Vegapunk?
Nah, not yet.
You don't think Vegapunk?
Not yet. I don't know.
I think he's gonna show up in Wano.
In Wano?
His new weapons are showing up in Wano. Like, I'm pretty sure about that. His new weapons are showing up. And if his new weapons are showing up, he's gonna be there.
All right, what do you mean by new weapons? Are you talking about the bots or like a new weapon?
Whatever his new weapon is, we don't know what it is yet, but it's been hinted at a lot between acts that they're up and ready, and they're gonna be replacing the warlords, And like I said, Thriller barred parallels, right? Last time it was Kuma, who was a warlord showing up after the fighting, after Luffy was like, all right, I'm just going to take a nap.
It could be another warlord. Who do we see?
No, the warlord system has been abolished.
I know, but like...
So it would just... Or are you saying who would be like the weapon? Would the weapon be like another warlord?
Yeah, like...
I think it'd be interesting if it was like an amalgamation of characters. No, but yeah, my prediction is that we'll be seeing Vegapunk soon, very soon. If not next chapter after that. Because I feel like, as I feel that we're going to get more fights coming up and that the world government's going to start showing up, we definitely
I think it's going to be a very interesting situation because Zoro, the strongest, Straw Hats are down. Kid and my boy Law are also down-ish. They're not down. They're for sure just like they're breathing. They're gasping. They're
Beppo's acting like the ring man.
Beppo, I know, just fucking
Yeah,
rubbing his shoulders like, oh, Captain. Butthole.
Fucking loser.
The
worst. All right, I guess that's as good a place as any to end this.
Yeah.
All right, that was 10:51, 10:52. Well, let's see where we end up.
All right, I'm excited. See you then.